And we're getting 5 red lights. We're going straight into it. A massive mix-up of strategies. 5 lights, and away we go. It's a good start by Darvill. He's got Lee on the outside, going through turn 1. Maybe possibly going for the cutback. Doesn't manage to do it. She leaves massively off the track there, so he had a massive issue. Just come into it. A severe collision between Savage and Spinsy. And Darvill has been able to shoot away pretty nicely there. Morgan immediately attacking Lee, as Lee's obviously had that awful turn 1. We ended up going massively into the runoff. Morgan is on the hard compound, though, so it's going to be tough to come at Lee and Darvill, who are both on the mediums. Looking to go down the inside, doesn't manage it. And that is, yeah. We're seeing who's had a terrible start. Morgan's up to P9. Jackson's gone from P19 to P11. So that's an incredible start there. He's jumped up 8 positions in the space of a few corners. But now Morgan is getting attacked by Pavey in the Med Bull. The Med Bull choosing to go for the soft compound. So really aggressive strategy from the Med Bull driver here. And Spinsy is like falling all the way to the back of the grid despite starting so high. And that's Pavey managed to get by Morgan as well. It seemed like Morgan almost let him by there. He was just like, oh, I'm not fighting you too hard. So maybe he is really struggling on those hard tyres. Obviously, 22 laps of racing. All the cars have to have at least 1 stop, no matter what. As we get a disconnection from Gibbo. That's not great. So he's our championship leader has disconnected and is right down the back of the grid, actually. So he's had an awful start there. Not sure who he's had the collision with. Possibly that could have been with Lee, and that's why he had such an awful start. And Morgan is now just dropping places. Savage just said thank you very much. It was getting so hard to warm up those hard compound tyres. And we're just on board as Savage has made his way by, and Blakey's going to do the same. Obviously, the hards compared to the softs, it's not comparable, but those softs won't last very long, especially not how the wear on this circuit. So Darvill's managed to break away in P1. He's got Lee trying to stay with him, and now Savage is going for the move on Pavey. Savage is going to move into the podium position as a Sapper Signals driver. Oh, it's all out of shape there, and Blakey manages to come on by after that mistake. And I've got to say, this P3 is anyone's at the moment, all the way down from P3 to P6. They're all very close to each other, and even then Dickerson is just behind them with another DRS slot. DRS obviously not activated yet. 1 more lap until that is activated. You get an extra 20 kilometers per hour on the straights if you are within a second of the car in front. Being a car that is really pushing to get within a second of the car in front is Lee. We'll go on board with him now, as he is 1.1 behind Darvill. He needs to get that 1 extra tenth, and then he could just be dragged along by Darvill along the start-finish straight and that long back straight just after Eau Rouge. He managed to get Gibbo back in the session. See Gibbo struggling with his internet, his connection to the server. As we go further down the grid, it's Jackson, Morgan, and I believe that's Banyard managed to fight. Banyard's actually made quite a few positions up. And Jackson trying to go down the inside. Banyard didn't really leave him a lot of room as Darvill sets another fastest lap of the race. But Morton now up into P8. It's obviously his debut for the Sapper Signals and of the season as well. I believe that's a Ferrari going into the runoff in the background there. That's Court. They'll be joining his Ferrari teammate at the back of the grid. Jackson's hard tyres. He is... Sorry, not Jackson. Sorry, my bad. So Morgan is down in P6 on those hard tyres. Jackson just in the middle of a Haas sandwich at the moment. But I can't go anywhere. Still trying to get by Banyard. So Banyard holding his own here. The move is coming, though. And it's going to go down the inside of turn 8. Banyard still holding him off. But Jackson does manage to get by with a tiny little bit of contact there. We'll have to see if... Oh, as he goes off into the wall there. And that was Walters picking up Corey. Now that's caused a virtual safety car. I think that's Darvill has now gone. So it went pretty early. Lee almost goes into the back of him before we're even green light racing again. Yeah, still stuck with him. Savage gets an awful exit there. Maybe starting to feel it on those soft tyres. And Morgan on the hard compound is looking to go down the inside. That's a lock-up for Savage. And losing the back end constantly. It's Morgan and Morton right behind. Let's get them confused. Morgan, Remy, Morton in the Sapper Signals team driving in the Alfa Romeo car today. It's the former UOTC, just to make it even more confusing. But Savage is definitely under attack from these drivers now. What a camera angle this is. That one, not so much. In contact with Morgan, though, Savage feels like he left him enough room. Morgan will be saying the opposite. It means Morton's giving him a chance, but also Jackson's got a chance to go on the dive down the inside on Morton. A little bit of wheel bump in there, but he manages to get by Morton into turn 8. Savage holds on to his position for now. And Greeno's had a spin, and he's falling right down the order. Spin or a collision at turn 8. More likely a collision. So on this restart, Lee's managed to stay with Darvill. 36 attempts behind, obviously. Oof. Was that Morgan actually going off the track there to let Jackson by? So Jackson can attack the car ahead. And that's another spinner. There's that cross falling right down the order. We'll to Hastings. Hastings is all over the back of Banyard on. See Banyard on that old softs now. That's quite a lunge from Hastings. Manages to get it done. Banyard is coming into the pits. Oh no, he isn't. Sorry, just went very wide there. I thought he was coming into the pits. Hastings now into P11 and on the edge of the points. Walters and Corey still battling, and it is for the final point scoring position. They're in P10 and P9 right now. This is where they had their collision at No Name. And, oh, Walters gets very wide there. I thought he was about to go into the wall like his teammate did a few laps ago. Got Morton up to P14, Sharp down to P15. Dixon now losing out on time to Corey, and Corey's pushing to catch up with Lee and Pavey now. So it could be a very good day for the Red Bull man. Blake is still trying to hang on to Morgan. So the more laps that go by, the more the tyre advantage goes in Morgan's favour than Blakey's. Lee's all over the back of Pavey. And, Pavey goes a bit deep there. I think probably expecting a lunge from Lee, and Lee takes that position back. I think he knows he's got Corey advancing quickly. Morton picks up another 3-second time penalty. And I'm not sure if the tyres have got off enough, but or if Jackson has decided to come back a little bit and give Morgan DRS to defend from Blakey. Maybe a bit of a Remy strategy here. Like we saw between Carlos and Lando in Singapore a few weeks ago. That's Blakey going a bit wide again at No Name. And Corey's got past Pavey as he continues his charge up the field. Up next is Lee for Corey. Just further down, right on the edge of the points, is Walters and Spinsey for that last points position. So yeah, no one's been lapped here today, which is a bit of a result. Obviously, we've had a safety car. But no cars DNF'd either. But Darvill with 15-second gap, we'll just give him a bit of screen time. As you know, that's just sailed off for a bit, hasn't he? I tell you what, Gibbo has managed to catch up to Lee. Not to Lee, sorry, to Blakey. So Blakey now feeling the pinch a little bit, and he hasn't got DRS on Morgan, so is Gibbo going to be close enough to go for the move this time? Not quite, a bit too far back this time, and Gibbo actually loses the car. I mean, it means he probably won't improve where he is, but he had such a large gap to leave behind that he just get back underway. Which looked like brake and throttle at the same time there, actually. Dixon's managed to get by Pavey. It's back up to P8. So Blakey has managed to get away with that, because I think Gibbo was definitely going to take P4 away from him. Pavey's still staying with Dickerson though. I think this is going to be a fight all the way to the line between these two drivers. As Pavey picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings just on that corner, so that's not going to help him out at all. And Greener received 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And Walters has managed to get by Spinsy. I'm not sure if that was tactical by Spinsy to give Walters the so that Spinsy could have the DRS on this final lap that we're on. Final lap of the race, Darvill now with a 17-second gap. He's not going to take the lead of the driver's standings, but he's definitely going to be a fair lot closer. Two Remy drivers look like they're holding position. Morgan doesn't look like he's attacking Jackson, which is fair news. Jackson has had an absolutely incredible drive today. Definitely my driver of the day. Pavey has got by Dixon at the last. And then Spinsy has got back past Walters. So it was, yeah, just playing a DRS game in that last lap. Now coming around the final corner, Darvill wins in Spa. That's 3 race wins in a row. And this time I believe he'll take that fastest lap point as well. Brilliant race by him. Didn't put a foot wrong. Just managed the pace. Stuck to his strategy even though there were safety cars going on. Easy win for the UOTC man. And the Remy drivers slowing down to cross. Very similar to the Barrichello-Schumacher Austria race. P2 and P3 for the Remy guys. P4 for Blakey. P5 for Gibbo. P6 for Lee. Corey's going to take P7. He's had a brilliant drive from where he started. Pavey's still got Dickerson right behind him. Pavey's going to cross the line first, but I think Dickerson's going to jump him based on penalties. Spinsy jumps Pavey as well. Walters P11. Savage P12. Hastings on his debut ends up across the line in P12 due to Savage's penalty. Not a bad debut for him. P14 for Morton. Maybe a bit worse for that spin and damage from where he was running. Greeno P15. Sharp P16. And it was Cross, Banyard and Court to wrap things up.